This is Airman First Class Jim Ibird speaking. The program you're about to hear was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, prior to the untimely death of Cowboy Copas. It is presented in memory of his ability as a dedicated artist in this field of music.
It's Cowboy Copas on Country Music Time. Well, hello, and another great big howdy to you friend out there. This is Lieutenant Bill Jordan saying welcome to another 15 minutes of the finest in country picking and singing here on Country Music Time. Brought to you right from the hometown of country music, Nashville, Tennessee, by your local Air Force recruiter and this radio station. Now here he is, the star of this week's show, Cowboy Copas.
I see that train is coming. Hear that long whistle blow. It's coming to carry my baby from me. I'm so blue I can cry even low. We had a foolish quarrel, and she said I'll have to go. My stubborn pride drove her from my side. I'm so blue I can cry even low. Thank you so much, friends, and it's real nice to be here for the United States Air Force on Country Music Time. This is your old friend Cowboy Copas, and saying welcome to the show, and we hope that you enjoy it. We've got some tunes and songs, and a little bit later in the program, a fine guest that we'll be introducing to you. Right now, friends, we'd like to do a number for you. Get all the boys in the band here ready and kick this one off. This is a kind of a story about an old boy that had a lot of hard luck. Anyway, it goes something like this, and the title of it is Sold the Farm. The day I came into the world, Pappy said I'd be a girl. Mother Nature played a trick on him. It's true I told about the hill, the world Pappy had you still. Now they got my Pappy in a pen. Looks like I sold the farm. Oh, yes, done sold the farm. I don't believe I'll ever smile again. Looks like I sold the farm. Lock, stock, and barn. Lady luck done took my goods again. My sister met a millionaire. We were at the county fair. I overheard them name the wedding day. She took his ring, they made a deal, then he fell off the Ferris wheel. I didn't mean to rock the seat that way. Looks like I sold the farm. Oh, yes, done sold the farm. I don't believe I'll ever smile again. Looks like I sold the farm. Lock, stock, and barn. Lady luck done took my goods again. I don't believe I'll ever smile again. thank you just a whole lot. Right now, friends, we'd like to stop for just a minute and listen to these words about your United States Air Force.
Well, thank you very much, Cope. And here's a message for thoughtful young women. Are you a young lady who likes to travel, adventure, an active and varied social life, and a keen, stimulating job? Well, that's the kind of life you can lead in the WAF, Women in the Air Force. If you're a young lady over 18 with a high school diploma, you may be eligible for the WAF. And here's your chance to serve in the defense of the American way of life, and at the same time build a satisfying and very rewarding career for yourself. 14 of the 45 career fields are open to the WAF. This means you may serve in an administrative, transportation, personnel, medical, or supply job, a job rich in interest and personal satisfaction. Of course, it's not all work and play for women in the Air Force. The big modern Air Force bases offer fine recreational facilities, and you form lifelong friends with the other members of your WAF squadron. You'll find them to be a group of fine, carefully selected young women who share ambitions similar to your own. So if you're a young woman over 18 and a high school graduate, why not stop in and talk with your local Air Force recruiter about the WAF, Women in the Air Force. Now back to Cowboy Copas. Cope?
Thank you for those fine words. And now, friends, we'd like to introduce our guest for the program. She's a very pretty young lady. She takes after her mama. It's my daughter, Miss Kathy Copas. Hi, honey.
Thank you for those kind words.
You're going to do a real fine song here, Kathy.
I'm going to do a real pretty song. It's one that George Jones had out on record and sold quite a few of. Maybe I can sing just a little bit if he thinks I still care.
Good.
Just because I asked a friend about him, just because I spoke his name somewhere, just because I rang his number by mistake today, he thinks I still care. Just because I haunt the same old places where the memory of him lingers everywhere. Just because I'm not the happy girl I used to be, he thinks I still care. But if he's happy thinking I still need him, then let that silly notion bring him tears. Oh, but how could he ever be so foolish? Tell me, where did he get such an idea? Just because I asked a friend about him, just because I spoke his name somewhere, just because I saw him and went all to pieces, he thinks I still care. He thinks I still
Thank you, Kathy. That was real pretty. And now, honey, if you'll agree here and help me out on one, we'd like to do one of our old numbers we recorded quite a few years ago for the King people. You'll never, ever see me cry.
You'll never ever see me cry, even though you're mean.
forgiving.
I'll give you all that's good in me, though I hate the life we're living. And when I'm filled with jealousy, I'll hide all my tears inside. So go and do your work and hold my heart goodbye. You'll never ever see me cry.
Well, thank you very much, and we'd like to thank Miss Kathy for dropping by and singing those two fine songs for you. We'd like to thank all of you for listening in, being tuned in at this time. And if you'd like to write, well, all you have to do is just write care of Country Music Time, Recruiting Support Center, 207 West 24th Street, New York, 11, New York. Now, that's Country Music Time, Recruiting Support Center, 207 West 24th Street, New York, 11, New York.
You've been listening to Country Music Time, brought to you by your local Air Force recruiter in cooperation with this radio station. Country Music Time came to you from Nashville, Tennessee, and was produced by the Recruiting Support Center in New York City. Technical direction by Sergeant Jack Dolan. This is Lieutenant Bill Jordan saying thanks again to Cowboy Copas and daughter Kathy, and reminding you that there's a place for you in Air Force Blue.
The program you have just heard was pre-recorded in Nashville by Cowboy Copas before his untimely death.